Okay, so we're gonna try to stream. Is theHunter Primal? That, and it's not once human. I can tell you that. The server is open, so come on in. It looks like I'm already being stalked by some raptors. Just getting everything set up on the stream. I don't know why it takes so long for it to update. Oops. Okay, I think I got it now. I think it's okay. Let me get it up on my phone so I can see the live chat. which I guess is all that matters. So let me know if the sound is good. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I hear myself. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. It looks okay. Think. I think. Just have to get one thing. Okay. I just have to get back. I have to put the thing in full screen. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see if I heard that gun. I guess. Alright. I don't know how much ammo I have. I don't know where I am. Ooh. Oh, okay. So I gotta go over here. I'm in Arthur's Woods. So the server should be available. Wow, I don't have no arrows or nothing. This guy's gonna attack me. Don't. What I tell you? I'm not ready. No, I don't know if I should harvest or not because I don't want to crash the server. So I don't have any arrows. I do have 700 stuff, so maybe I'll do that. We don't want to die, do we? Boy, I must have started out with much of nothing. Mm. Hello. I got a little bit of money. I guess we'll go over to Madame's, the weather station here first. So, what do you guys think about the modern gaming situation? I know that, lately, after I would say 2 years of pretty crappy ports from console, we got some games that were actually made on PC, for PC. Not necessarily perfect either, but we got like Pal World. That was a pretty interesting game. I never played Pokemon, so it was kind of cool for me. Maybe somebody who's a Pokemon fan don't care, but yeah, I like it. Um, then we had oh my goodness, my brain's starting to die now. Had a long day. Um, Enshrouded. I didn't play that, but seems like people are having a good time with that one. Stellar Blade, of course. We can't not mention that one. That came out on PlayStation, of course. But from what I hear, it's pretty stable for the most part. It was released not broken. Um, I mean, there isn't a whole lot to mention, really. I mean, you could say Helldivers, I guess, too, but I didn't play that one. I don't really care for repetitious games too much. I'm not thrilled about playing them. I mean, I know you could say this is repetitious, but I'm just playing this for nostalgic sake. Um, and for you guys, so that, if you need a server to play on, well, here it is. Um, but I mean, modern games for the most part have been like really missing big time. And, with the whole DEI thing and ESG and bridge, it's like they're interjecting things in the game that don't really belong, that don't fit. Oh. Yeah, when I say don't fit, I don't mean like diverse I don't care about diverse characters, to be honest. I mean, I don't like the fact that they're trying to make everything gay. Like, that's kind of stupid. I mean, to be frank, I don't know why gay people like that. Like, it's like, It's like when we were in school, we were taught that patronage is not like, in other words, patronage to get people to like you is like bad, right? Like patronage, like authentically, like if you really literally from your heart want to help people and you don't want to take credit for it, you know what I'm saying? You don't want it to be like out in the open, where people see. That kind of patronage is like, integrity, right? Because that's done in humbleness. Not to be seen or heard, right? You just want to do a good deed in private. You don't want everybody to see. Like that's authentic giving, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, I just would not be happy with what companies are doing. Now I know that there's a lot of people taking advantage of it because they want to get a job real easy. Some people are just hateful, so they just like talking junk all the time, to people, belittling them, calling them names, threatening them, you know. Um, so they want to use that platform to do all that, and that's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? That's not even like that's like the opposite of cool, like the other side of the spectrum. Like as far over as uncool as you can get. You know what I'm saying? Shows no integrity. It shows no love. You know, these people they claim to love, but what kind of love is that? Like, love is blind. You know what I'm saying? True love is blind. Love with an agenda is not love, right? Like, if I say, "Oh, I only love you for this reason only," or "I only love you because you do this for me," well, that's not really love at all. That's just you reciprocating when somebody does something nice to you. You know what I'm saying? But true love is nice no matter whether the other person is mean to you or not. Like that's what true love is. So, I know I'm kind of getting off here, way off. But anyway, the modern games. What do you think about that whole situation? Like, it's things are starting to kind of come to a head, maybe, possibly. Although I don't think so because the machine that drives the elites are the ones who drive the machine. So they're the ones with the money, right? They're the ones with the power. So they don't seem to be wanting to let up. Until you get those guys out of power, um, unfortunately, they're still going to be rearing their ugly heads. You know, it's like whack-a-mole, right? You whack one mole and then the other one comes up. You whack that one and three come up. You whack those three and five come up. You whack those five and another one comes up. It's like there's an endless supply of moles. You know what I'm saying? They really like did a good job wokeifying people. You know, and they did it through the education system. I mean, it's and the media. So unfortunately, um, but at least on Twitter, I mean, I don't know what's been happening on other platforms, but Twitter, it seems like some of these corporations are looking and, you know, it doesn't mean that they're not woke anymore. It doesn't mean that they don't want to push their agenda. But the thing is that now that everything is exposed, it's hard for them to do things in secret anymore. Like they can't be subtle, or they might have to be more subtle, I should say. They can't be out in the open, right? So Sony, heard the cries of hell divers. Now that didn't have to do with anything woke necessarily, but they're listening. They're definitely watching. So that much is happening. Um, they're starting to get rid of some of the community managers and some journalists that are being too vocal to the point where they are. I mean, don't get me wrong. The left media and the journalists, they're always insulting, right? They're very horrible, the way that they act. I want to say evil, you know, but some might say I'm going too far making that statement. But the reason why I say that is we're all like we all have faults, right? We all have nobody's perfect, you know. I'm like at the bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a horrible person. Um, but I don't do things intentionally. You know what I'm saying? My bad traits come from my upbringing, from a very dark place that I was in. So, and I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying that's just fact. You know, these journalists and media talking heads, they are purposefully like being hateful, spreading hate. And they of course they're trying to do that through the games too, right? Um, again, I was raised by a black man for the last 9 years of my childhood. So, I don't have a problem with diversity. I mean, I don't even have a problem with, like, gay people being in movies and games as long as it's not, like, the highlight, you know what I'm saying, of the game. Because as much as people want to make it normal, it's not normal, okay? It's just not. Like, you can look through nature, it's not normal. And humans are not bugs, humans are not animals. As much as we want to say we're an animal because, whatever, you know, we have similarities to animals, right? That doesn't make us an animal. It just makes us another being that lives on this planet that happen to share the same resources, and those same resources, in order for them to be used, we have to have physiological systems that are similar, right? So that's just simple logic. You know what I'm saying? Evolution doesn't have to explain that, you know? That's just logical. It's just like if you use a gas engine, right? An engine that uses, well, I'll make it even more difficult. An engine that is run off of hydrogen, right, is going to be made a specific way. So if I put gasoline in the hydrogen motor or whatever engine, it's not going to run, right? Now that's mechanical, so that's a lot more simpler than a biological being, you know. So that hydrogen engine, would fit in very well in an environment where, hydrogen uh, is abundant. So same thing with a biological. If a biological being um, existed who, lived off of hydrogen instead of, say, oxygen. Not sure how that would be possible, but I mean, whatever. Um, they're not going to do well on this planet. You know what I mean? If able to live at all. Oh, you want to do it like that, huh? Really? Give me a break. He should have died. Come on now. I better heal myself. So when it comes to games, you can't just interject things into games that don't belong. Right? And the thing that irks me more is like when they have like a game, right, that was like, say, just what we used to call normal. And they have characters in them, and the story was good, characters were good, characters got along, all that stuff. And then out of the blue, like say in a part 2 or a sequel or a prequel, like the characters all of a sudden are like gay, you know? And when I say gay, I mean whatever, lesbian, homosexual, transsexual, whatever, you know? I know they're going to say, oh, transsexuals are not gay. Well, for the sake of not having to say LGBTQ plus O, it's just easier to say gay. Again, I don't have a problem personally with gay people. I mean, I've had plenty of friends who were gay and family members in the past who were gay. So it's not a problem for me. Like, I don't care. People can be what they want to be. But just, like, jamming it into a game is just, again, stupid. Right? It just makes everything just seem really dumb. Like, because you're thinking, you're playing the game and you're thinking to yourself, like, where did that come from? Like, why is it even in the game, right? Why do they have to show that Aloy is okay with being with women, right? Like, why do they have to show that? To do what? To make what? Gay people that play the game feel comfortable? Like, again, if you don't feel comfortable playing a game as it was traditionally, then there's a problem with you mentally. Right? Because a person's just a person. Right? Let's just say there was a gay character in a game. Okay? And you didn't know the character was gay. And you just played the game through. Right? And the story was good. So you played the game all the way through, and the story was good and it was fun. You would say, oh, I really like that game. Right? So why does the dynamic change when you find out that the main character has a boyfriend or girlfriend of the opposite sex? Like, why is that all of a sudden an issue? Right? Like, why does a heterosexual relationship in the game all of a sudden make it not a good game? You see my point? right? Because at the end of the day, they're just characters. And you could say, well, aren't you like contradicting yourself? No, not really, because I don't need to know whether the person's gay or not, or even heterosexual. I don't care. It's like I don't care if there's a heterosexual relationship in there. Like it doesn't matter to me, right? There doesn't have to be any relationships for all I care. What matters is the story is good and it's a fun game. But when you purposely inject stuff into a game that doesn't belong, then that takes the immersion away, and that's what makes you feel uncomfortable when you're playing it, right? Like when they put that quest in Spider-Man game where you got to help the two boyfriends get together for homecoming or whatever it was. It's like that's just so crazy to put that in the game, right? When you're playing a Spider-Man game, you're playing a superhero game, right? You're not playing a soap opera, right? Like if let's say they made a game, they could have made like a Spider-Man game before Spider-Man became Spider-Man. Like him in his high school days, right? Or whatever the case is, right? This is like a prequel, right? You got to see a little, dorky Peter Parker. You get to see him as a kid, and then like if they made that game and they wanted to put this ridiculous quest in there where you're trying to, help your friend get together with his boyfriend or whatever, then fine. That's cool. I won't play it, but there you go. There's that would at least fit, right? Because you that's what you made the game about in the first place. Right? Silly teenage stuff. So but when you put this stuff in like a superhero, when you want to play Spider-Man, you don't want to be like playing date matching, the dating game, right, or whatever. You're playing Spider-Man, you're playing a superhero game. You're fighting crime. You're not getting people together. What was that movie called? With Will Smith. Um, where he helped get people to remember, he helped get people together, help people hook up. He would like tell people how to act or what to say, you know. So this is the problem with gaming is like if you want to be diverse, you don't have to change existing IPs from what they were before. Right? Make new ones. Right? Make new ones. And then whatever, your base, right? The people that really like are like hard up jonesing for diversity games. Where you have to like check off 100 boxes in order to feel good about yourself. Then make that game, right? Don't ruin Spider-Man, Batman, Last of Us, Horizon, games like that's. I won't buy Horizon Forbidden West. Not for the fact that she, whatever, I guess is bisexual. Although that's kind of stupid, like I said. But it's because of the banning situation. They banned me off the Steam forums for a post that somebody else made. Right? Like you can't even respond to a post without getting banned. Like you can't have a discussion. You know what I'm saying? So that community manager obviously, is one of those people, who don't like freedom of speech. Um, Yeah, so I can't wait till Stellar Blade. I hope it comes on PC because I would like to try it out. I suck at fighting games, but I think there's like a story mode in there so that you can do the story mode. So I think it makes the combat like I'm not sure. I think it might make it like somewhat automatic or something, you know, or super easy, you know. Ah, there's OJ. Hey OJ, I'll leave you alone. I don't want to kill OJ. Yeah, so we just want fun games, you know. We just want games that have good stories, good music, you know, good action, I guess, or whatever. It depends on what you like to do. Um, you know, I don't mind action games. I like RPGs too, you know. I'm not big on turn-based though. Boy, there's a lot of Utah, but where are the T-Rex? This is a Utah run. Next. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Oh! Sucker. Oh my god, another one. Oh! Look at him, he was chomping away. That guy. He wanted to eat me. Come on. Oh my god, not again. This gun takes too long to load. Where have all the wrecks gone? All this noise I'm making, maybe they're running away. Hope not. Server's open, guys. Come on. So anyway, on Twitter, they were getting rid of some of the community managers for their toxic behavior. And then I heard recently that the the editor or whatever she is, the main journalist at Kotaku, might be let go. I mean, she's like contacting people's spouses. I mean, can you believe that? Like these are what people think professionalism is, right? This is the problem with the whole left. Like they don't even know what common courtesy is. They don't know what decency is. You know, all they know is hatred and vitriol. Like that's it. You know what I mean? And they tout themselves as being the ones who love people. Yet they're the ones who cause the most trouble. You know, when we just want to be left alone. You know, I just want to live my life. You know, I just want to play my games. You know, leave me alone. You know, I like the games I like, and that's it. I don't care what you like. You know, I like what I like, and that's all that matters. Like, I don't care whether you like big boobs, big butt, small butt, pretty girls, ugly girls. I don't care, right? Because you're playing the game. Like, all I care about is me when I'm playing the game, you know? And my friends who I play with, you know? So, I don't really understand like what they're trying to accomplish. I mean, they're trying to bring, the political issue is really serious, right? Because they want to take away free speech, they want to take away your rights, all that stuff. So, that's definitely serious, but bringing it over into the gaming sector, it it just shows very little brain power. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have seen this a million miles away that you don't mess with people's games. It's like gaming is like the one thing besides religion, of course, which is important. Um, but gaming is definitely one of those big things that keep people sane, right? One of those things that people do to just get lost in, right? To just kind of forget about the world and just kind of find, you know, your own peace, you know? However you define being at peace, right? Like, because obviously if you're playing like a PvP game, you know, that's not going to be very peaceful. But it's peaceful in the sense that you're getting some kind of comfort or release out of it, right? You're getting some kind of. It's kind of hard to find words when you're talking about PvP because, um, it's just how you release all that like tension, right? I don't play PvP, right? I'm not really big on it, so I play like an RPG or like a looter shooter or exploration game. You know, that's uh, that's what I like to get lost in. And I think that most people are like this. It's like so when you start screwing around with their um, quote unquote psychologist, their digital psychologist, that's a big problem. People aren't gonna like that. That's like poking somebody with a stick. You know. So yeah, there's just certain crowds that you don't mess with, and like I said, these people obviously don't have the brains enough to think ahead to understand that maybe your green and blue haired close friends are jumping up and down and all giddy about forcing DEI into games and movies, but everyone else that's just normal, who's just trying to live their life and get along with people and just or just be alone, don't want to be bothered, are just not going to tolerate that. That's just the way it is. Everybody's just getting sick and tired of it, you know. So you know you have to remember we're the friendly crowd, you know. But even a friendly dog, if you kick it long enough, it's going to bite you. Okay, it's going to eventually bite. Right? Same with a cat. The cat will, you'll be able to mess around with the cat for a while, you know, like uh, teasing the cat or whatever. But eventually the cat's gonna bite or scratch, you know, really hard, you know, because that's just the normal reaction when you're irritated, you know. So I'm not saying that people should do that or whatever, but that's just like eventually somebody's just gonna be like, stop it. You know, they're just gonna say enough. You know, leave me alone. Right? Get out of my face. So you know, gamers have to stand up. You know, to this stuff, to the Sony antics. You know, that's why I'm not gonna be buying that um, Ghost of Tsushima or whatever it's called. Forgive me if I don't know the names. Um, it's why I'm not buying Horizon Forbidden West. Um, plus, to me, it's like, is Horizon Forbidden West really like that exciting? Like, I mean, it's really hard for me to believe that they topped themselves. Like, because the first game was kind of okay, you know, because I never played it, you know. I only played it really late, so, you know, I'm always late to the ball game. Um, so when I played it in 4K and everything looked good. I had a lot of fun, you know, it was an open world kind of a deal, which I like, you know. Where's that box? So for me, it was fine. I had a really great time. But I mean, what are they doing in Forbidden West that's gonna make it feel like the same thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to play another game that kind of has mostly the same stuff going on in it. Like, why would I want that? You know, you might as well just release DLC with new zones. Like, that would have been just as good. You know, I mean, I guess they're continuing the story, right? I presume. You know, Alloy, the women's savior. You know, notice the scientist was woman, right? Alloy's a woman, so they're both saviors, right? I don't know why I can't find this thing. What the heck am I doing? Um, yeah, but I won't be playing that. I also don't care about The Last of Us 2. Just not going to support it. Especially what they did to that game, like the whole story of it. Like, what in the world? Yeah, so there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes to the people that are supporting this kind of stuff. I keep hearing something. I don't know if it's a Utah or what. I hear a Utah off in the distance. Where is it? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at him run away when I put my scope up. That's something. I tell you, I swear they programmed that into the game. Why are you running away? They gonna flank me? Why are they running? I mean, even Dragon's Dogma, unfortunately, that game still runs like crap in the city. You know, that was released in a piss poor state. They need to make they need to make PC games like for PC from the start. You know, like really, come, give me a break. Should definitely be dead. Really, it's still running? What? I keep hitting C. They can't see me in the grass, huh? I don't even see any blood. So I'm noticing here you got the water going this way, and then the water going this way. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how often that repeats. Let's see where it converges. Hey, go on, man. Did no wreck spawn here or what? Alrighty. That gets the heart going a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, we got somebody else out here. Where are the wrecks? My goodness. Okay, there's another one. That was the hurt one. They might have been two hurt ones, I don't know. He should die. Yeah, it's dead. Oh, it's not dead. Wow. Heh. There's got to be a wreck somewhere. Come on. Still didn't die? That's crazy. It's insane in the membrane. Excuse me. What's this guy doing? Come on, Rex. Goodness. There's got to be something over here. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, I'm getting sleepy walking around. There's got to be something over here. I'm going to bet on that. See, when it comes to the like say movies, like say Marvel and X Men or whatever, Batman or DC, I should say. Like I was kind of on the opposite side. Like I don't want to say the other side, like not the opposition. Just I had a different opinion. Like people were saying they liked the Marvel movies becoming more like geared towards mature audiences or whatever. And I was kind of like I personally didn't like how violent they were, right? And I didn't like that the superheroes were just like killing people or allowing people to be killed so easily. Like, you know, it's one thing if like there's, some collateral damage from, fighting or whatever. But to the point where it's like, you know, it's like so nonchalant, you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't really let my kids watch, the movies with me because, you know, not all of them anyway. Because of just how like overly over the top violent they were and like even too much action. Like I love action flicks. I'm just saying it's just when there's just too much action and no story, like real story going on, interesting story, then I don't know. It's just not as good to me, you know. Um, like I don't mind having like an action flick where there's like nonstop action like the whole time. That's of course if it flows together a certain way. Like I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know. Like Die Hard, although that might not be a good example. Um, once the action starts, it starts. And it just flows right to the end. It just seems like a lot of what they were doing in the Marvel, it was just like, oh, let's just see let's just make stuff, you know. In other words, just they just wanted to create just all this action and destruction, like, and there was really, it just was like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just like generic. You know what I'm saying? Like with movies like Die Hard or I don't know. Like I said, that's probably a bad example. Um, the Terminator, those kind of like movies. There's like specific like meaning, like um, purpose behind the action that's in there, right? You might have two robots fighting each other, or you might have like gang members chasing you and you got to get them off you. You might have a car chase scene through the city. It's like, but to me, with the Marvel movies, is that when it all comes down to it, they're fantasy, right? So seeing like this fantastical, like magical powers, kind of so much of it going on in like a like non-magical world really because it was just regular world. Like it'd be different if like the Marvel universe was like in some other kind of like fictional universe or galaxy or whatever you want to say where like the way people live is like magical. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause really all the superheroes have is magical powers. Like, there's no physics that back up really why they are the way they are. There's no, it's not, none of it's based on reality, right? The only one that's like close to where you're like reality would be like Batman, for example, or Spider-Man. Although he's got the Spider-Man whatever, but he's not as like over the top magical, right? He still has to like make his own webs, slinging things, and wear his outfit. He's got his spider senses and he can climb on walls. So that is kind of like extra, you know, ordinary. But again, he's kind of modest compared to like say Superman or you know Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just having just not just nonstop destruction in the city and everything. It just was like I don't know. I was getting bored. You know, movie after movie, just the same old, same old. There was really no. You want people to like. I guess you kind of want to have like like I didn't particularly like the Superman Zod battle. Like it didn't really do much for me watching that. It was kind of like, I was like, that's the best they could do, you know. But using that as an example, like Zod and Superman, they were using their powers against each other. You know what I'm saying? And that was the basis of like the battle. It wasn't like just trying to have as much buildings destroyed and cars destroyed, and stuff like that in the city, which is really just what they kind of were just doing like forever. It was just getting so boring. Uh, the first Hawk film, right? Um, the one that everyone didn't like for some reason. I thought it was a great film. I forget the guy's name. Maybe that's why they didn't like him. Eric Banner or whatever his name is. Um, oh, that I love that. I love the dog scene. Where he was fighting the dogs. And then I also like the scene where he was fighting his dad, the electrical, whatever he's called. I don't even know what that character's called. But that was cool. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of like things that you like to see in superhero films, right? Like the Kong movie, that first Kong movie with Jack Black, right? So Kong, he when he's on the island, he fights those dinosaurs, right? Because I think it was right after he captured the girl, maybe or something, or maybe he had the girl in his hands still, and they attacked him. Oh my God. Oh my God. Really? Oh! Where did this one come from? Oh my God. Oh, whoa, whoa, I'm stuck. Oh, there's two. What? Wow. Whew. What the heck was that? I got ambushed. That's enough to wake you up. You want to wake up in the morning, play this game. Um, and go stand in the swamp. Yeah, so in that Kong movie, man, I really liked that scene, you know. where Kong was fighting those other dinosaurs. That was cool. That's what I want to see in superhero movies. I want to see the superheroes fighting each other. You know? And even if one is like weaker than the other, the other one's trying to use like their defense powers against the one that's stronger, right? Like, you freeze them or you slow them down, put them in slow motion or I don't know, whatever, you know? Um, that's cool, you know what I mean? That's a great kind of action scene, right? I don't want to see buildings getting destroyed. Like, why would that excite me? Like that, I want to see the superheroes fighting. You know what I'm saying? Or when you have like a kind of a wave type thing where it's like a wave shooter, right? But in the movie, there's waves of enemies just coming at them, and they're trying to avoid getting attacked, picking them off. Like that's the kind of stuff that is like good action. You know. Like I said before, I didn't really like all the like violence, the over the top violence and the killing. That just was not something I wanted to take my kids to see, and I really wanted to see it with them. Because I don't think that those movies have to be like adult to be able to have fun watching, right? Because if you do the action properly, then that's going to keep people engaged. You know, um, if the story is interesting, then that's going to keep people engaged. You don't have to have like like whatever you want to say, sexual innuendo scenes in the game. You don't have to have like at least showing the people getting killed. I mean, I don't really understand what they're trying to do. Shock value, like it's it's a fantasy world. Like, I mean, there's no there's no way that I can be fooled into thinking that the movie is not fantasy. Like, so putting like having all these people die and whatever other stuff like that is not going to do anything to me. Like, and I know I'm just speaking for myself here, obviously, but that's just how I feel. That's just my reaction to it. It's like the movie was just so-so. It wasn't like none of them really grabbed my attention, except for like the first Iron Man movie was okay. I guess the first Captain America movie was okay. The first Wonder Woman was okay. Um, because they weren't trying to like go like I don't know. They weren't trying to like purposefully put everything over the top. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that that's what's going to draw the audience in. Maybe kids would be like satisfied because they're kids, right? They just want to see whatever. They just want to see the movie. Where's all the wrecks, man? This is crazy. There's like nothing. Yeah, so that's all I got to say about that. It's a problem. It's a problem with gaming and movies. They just want to either put too much in the game that just kind of like is so like overbearing that it's like annoying. Like Starfield. Yeah, let's talk about Starfield. you know, they're trying to tout that the thing is like semi-realistic. They tried to go with realism when like most of the like more than 50% of the game is like unrealistic. Like it's like not it's not even close to realistic. You know, like here's one thing. Like they have those drives. I forget what they're called, but you know the thing that drives the ship, the engine, and that's all fine and dandy. You can kind of like fly from one place to another real quick, right? But that still doesn't have any basis in reality because, well, number one, you still have to worry about fuel, right? Fuel is not something that's like everlasting, right? There's a finite amount of fuel that you can use, and you have to, you know, go somewhere to replenish it. So when you're traveling through space, right, you're not traveling from like one town on Earth to another town on Earth. I mean, literally, if you broke down, if you didn't have a car, you could walk if you want, right? In space, you can't walk. So if you want to go get fuel at a different star system other than the one you're in, then you're going to have to use fuel to go there, right? So and the point I'm trying to make here is not even the fuel. It's the stuff. Like the amount of stuff that is like lying all over the place, right? Like you can literally just pick up stuff in one room. Like you can fill up your backpack sometimes. There's so much stuff just lying around. So apparently that was something that Bethesda was really proud of doing, right? You know, the fact that they can put this stuff in the world in their games, right? Like Skyrim, same thing. It's got stuff just lying everywhere. Same thing with Fallout 4. There's just stuff lying everywhere, right? Well, the problem in Starfield is that when you travel from one place to another, and I think they even have this in the game from what I remember, like there's a weight limit on your ship, there's, you know, uh, which puts a burden on the ship, you know, of how much fuel you're going to use and blah blah blah. So they did kind of put some kind of like acknowledgement of that there, but the thing is if you're going to carry like if you're going to go colonize another planet in another star system, right? Um, or even if you wanted to move to another star system and build a base, then you're only going to bring the bare minimum, right? Like the bare minimum, because you want to save fuel, you want to save time, you want to save labor, right? Because all this stuff that you have to that you decided you wanted to carry, somebody's going to have to lift it, right? You have to pay people to deal with it. Hey, he went on the side of me. So you're definitely not going to waste time bringing like all that stuff, right, in the game. Like you would not be wasting fuel, space on the ship to bring like these trivial items. I wish I could remember what they were now. I mean, it's just there's just so much. It was just so much stuff that you would definitely not find in a colony. You know, that's billions and trillions of miles away, right? You know, like there might be like a coffee cup, like the coffee cup they had on the table. That's fine because people have to drink, so you know they're gonna bring their coffee cup and coffee. I would think probably coffee is one thing that you would want to bring, right? Um, you know, everybody likes their morning coffee, right? So that makes sense. But again, I wish I could remember what they had in the game, but they just had stuff in there that just was like, why is this here? You know, like what in the world is it for here for? You know, it's like somebody's not going to bring this if they're traveling to a colony, especially a research station. You know, for sure, they're not going to carry like these like trivial items. You know, um, they're going to have like maybe a clipboard, some pens, you know, maybe like a digital pad, like an iPad type thing or something, right? They're going to have their coffee and coffee cup. They're going to have some food, they'll have some food. Um, but that's going to be pretty much it, and their computers, you know, and whatever the essentials are for the research, right? And they're not going to be bringing anything else, right? Because they're not going to be paying like millions and billions of dollars to bring, you know, what is essentially a cargo box amount of junk lying all over the research station and outside, right? And the amount of stuff that like everybody has on them as well is like just as ridiculous, you know? Finally, we got a Rex. My goodness. Where are you? There it is. There it is. Hey there, big lady. Oh, really? Come on now. Why am I not lying down? The wobble. That's not what I wanted to do. Great, this has no hole. These are not very good trees. Bye. Oh, he's running. She's running. Oh no. Okay. First Rex of the day. Wonder if there was another one. Oh, this is a male. Thought it was a female. Didn't see the red. Yep, butchered. Okay, that's a poop there. Okay. The poop disappeared. Here comes the bird. I hear you. Don't see you. What was that? Oh, another male. Come on, sit still. I don't feel real safe here. That's for sure. Well, I almost died twice today. Whew. At the hands of Utah. Not good. So I cut my hair off today. And shaved. That Rex has got to be here somewhere. Where did it go? Guess I'll check over here. I don't hear anything there. So I guess it went this way. Pretty sunshine. It's interesting how the sunlight goes through the clouds. It's pretty cool. Like I was saying before, they did a lot of, you know, graphically they did a lot of uh, nice stuff in this game. You know, from being from, you know, from being 2014, 2015. I can't say the graphics are holding up well today. I mean, it still looks half decent the game, but it's not. You know, there's no wow factor. Let me put it that way. Well, the way they did the water, the way they did the clouds. You know, it's pretty nice. The sun. I should get the boxes, huh? Just in case there's more arrows. There you go, 7 more arrows. I'll take it. Hmm. He was close by. Then I guess he logged off and came back on. I don't know. Because he was way over here. And then he was like way somewhere else, far away. Okay. There's got to be something here. Unless he killed everything. Which could be quite possible. bird. It's easy to forget that there's a bird over here. Whew. Nope. Rex. Two. Had to shoot that sideways, huh? That OJ? Came all the way over here, huh? Stay away. Oh boy, he's gonna come after me. Not a good idea, OJ. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Small male. Got another bird. Yep. Nice sunset. I'm hoping we get one more Rex over here. That'd be great. Excuse me. There's another Rex. Don't know if you guys heard it. Yep, he's close. I gotta be careful. I'm wasting my blew out his spine. Where's that bird? It's not gonna come after me? I'm getting dizzy. Brain and spine. Cool, got my arrows back. I think this is where I gotta go. Yeah. I guess it's not interested anymore. Really? The bird wants to get me now, I guess. Not sure what the stutter is. See if we can find one more. Yep, Utah. Utah. Alright, we got Utah top and bottom. Ah, missed twice. Oh, it didn't die? Kidding. Wow. I thought it dropped down. But it just put its head down. Oh well. I'm not going to get it. Okay, there's a Rex over here. Where is it? There it is. I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm gonna head over to Bushwhack. Maybe we'll see one more on the way. Ooh, there's another one. There is more. Oh, there's one up here. There's one up there. Might be two up here. Oh boy. There's another one over here. Good. Oh, two shots. Hey, I got a hat. Finally. There we go. Well, maybe this is a good way to end the game on a 2-Rex kill. Unless another one comes up. Where'd that body go? Phew. Messed that one up. We can see if there's another one, but I don't think there is. I mean, it would be nice. I don't see any tracks though. Heh. Another OJ. Look at that. Ooh, look at the Utah over there. Three of them. 4, maybe. There's one up there too. OJ, stay away. Now they see me now. They see me now. saw one up here. I thought. Hmm. Go away, OJ. Gonna make me kill him, isn't he? Come on. Go away. And I'll go this way. He's going that way, I'm going this way. Sounded like I heard something back here. But, I don't know. Oh, I think I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks for dropping by the stream and the video and the channel. You guys all take care of yourselves. Me, I'm just gonna hide in here. See what else we got here. I need more noble gear. Ooh. Well, I could use the boots. Did I already have them? No. Okay. Everybody have a good one. Peace.